Show furnished by Karl Gerber and Employment Lawyers Group.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, and I'm Karl Gerber. And if you didn't set your clocks in the right direction and you came to the wrong place, you're going to be in for a surprise tonight because this is a weird show, and I'm a real workplace lawyer, and I have no idea who this guest is in front of me.
I've heard some of the shows on this station. I came up with something that will really catch the listener's attention. They'll see it right away.
How can they see it?
They will.
Well, does this relate to employment law?
You'll find an angle.
Since I know absolutely nothing about you other than you're sitting across from me talking on a microphone, I mean, sure, why not? It's completely unknown and unpredictable what you'll say.
I know the listeners will appreciate my comments.
Well, will it be an exciting coverage of an issue?
Extremely interesting.
All right, I'm giving you the green light to tell us what will truly excite these listeners, and they will literally be able to see with their eyes through these sound waves coming into their radios or computer speakers if they are live streaming on the Karl Gerber with a K channel on YouTube.
There's this product that got developed.
6 million patents have been issued since 1790. I'm not sure how many of them were actually manufactured for sale to the public, but there's been 6 million products invented in the United States. Those are, the ones the inventors went to the trouble to patent.
Well, I don't know if they have a patent for this one yet, but you definitely can buy it. Here's the phone number to buy it.
Oh, no sales plugs on this show. Excuse me. If you've been fired from your job because of your disability, I can be reached at 877-525-0700. If you or somebody you know lost their dignity due to sexual harassment, I can be reached during normal business hours at 877-525-0700. If you're owed wages your employer never paid you, my number is 877-525 during normal business hours.
Those are real phone numbers you just gave out.
And I'm a real workplace lawyer. Open clients. Call my office Monday morning.
That's no fair. Why can you give out your number, but I can't give out the product order hurricane hotline?
Are you sponsoring this show?
Everybody knows I am not Remus Helms. I am not the most important man in Sun Valley, California.
Oh, excuse me. There's something I have to say. This program is made possible through a generous grant from the Helms Foundation's $5.14 billion in funding and 14 inches of endowment.
Like I was saying, this product is a miracle. You can use it in the kitchen.
Well, if you were thinking the listeners want to hear about an alleged revolutionary product that may or may not be patented, you're wrong. Nobody wants to hear an infomercial.
Isn't that what titillates the ears of most AM listeners?
Is it? I mean, gosh, this show is being broadcast in the right place. I'm not even trying to sell myself with all this talk about Remus Helms, procreating sex robots, women whose ASMR whispers make people climax, the neuro massage clinic where the rooms are separated by thin pieces of painter's plastic.
The Lucky Seven Tarzana. You've been there. It's the best in Los Angeles. Except sometimes you might pick something up. It happens at a lot of the new room massage parlors. It isn't just the Lucky Seven. It's like this. No risk, no gain.
Is there a purpose in you coming onto the show?
No.
Figures.
I want to tell you about this amazing product. You could put it over your head. Say, when did we last meet?
No.
When I first saw you, I didn't think you were very approachable. You were on the jackhammer, rocks flying everywhere. The product I am offering is available for all shapes and sizes.
We've never met before.
Haven't you always wanted one of these? It reminds me of when I was sitting in seat 1A on an airplane going to Kentucky. Was it Detroit? Kentucky? No, Tampa Bay, Kentucky.
No, this is non sequitur. You're just saying a bunch of unrelated things, stringing things out, and saying stuff nobody cares about.
Excuse me, but this is talk radio.
Not for me.
Aren't you going to talk?
No.
Then what are you going to do if you aren't going to talk on talk radio? You think people want to hear that?
Well, gosh, I certainly hope so. It sure beats somebody trying to hawk something useless on AM radio.
You're calling my double-sided mushroom knife useless?
Well, look at that thing. I mean, dangerous might be a better word for that product.
Dangerous? Just because it's a double-sided knife doesn't mean it's sharp.
Well, is it made out of plastic?
Tin painter's plastic.
What?
I was joking.
What kind of an idiot would invent a double-sided mushroom knife?
Look here. I'll show you. It isn't dangerous. It's got blades on both sides just in case one goes blunt. But it's not that sharp. I'll put my finger on the sharp side and press down.
Hey, let's call 911. Hey, blood is squirting everywhere.
It's okay. This happens sometimes.
You're bleeding all over the place.
Let me fix this up a little.
Oh, are you stitching yourself up?
I am.
Well, this is ridiculous. You could get an infection.
They don't Lysol these microphones?
I've had a few guests come in here and get seriously injured. I had one way back who was really into politics, like endless runoff elections and a one-man, one-woman election and hellhole palms. That was episode 25. I think she had MSRA. Say, with you bleeding all over the place, you don't have any communicable diseases, do you?
Communicable? Like everybody in my community will come down with something?
Maybe I could do this show tonight without a guest. I don't see where this is going other than...
Really weird? Downright freaky?
Well, weird, yes, but downright freaky, no. We've had a lot stranger guests on this show.
Okay, I'll try to make this more normal.
Thank you.
How's your day been?
Okay.
I am glad to hear that.
Well, is there something you wanted to say that relates to employment law?
Yes. As an employment lawyer, I am sure you could help me.
With what?
I've got all these pay stubs. I haven't had time to look at any of them yet, but I was wondering if they calculated my wages and commissions right.
How long have you had these pay stubs?
I started over there 19 years ago.
Well, have you looked at any of these pay stubs?
That's the thing. I was waiting until I met somebody like you who could go through them for me.
Do you suspect there's something wrong with the way they have itemized your hours worked, commissions, whatever it is on those pay stubs? But yeah, you haven't had time to find an employment lawyer the last 19 years? I'm sure you've been very busy stitching yourself up from double-sided mushroom knife injuries.
I haven't even thought about whether they itemize wrong.
But you have been waiting for somebody like me to analyze those pay stubs for you, presumably free of charge, because it's such an urgent event. You can wait 19 years.
Something like that.
Are you for real?
Are you for real?
No, I'm really a make-believe hamster.
Oh, you are? I've been waiting 35 years to meet a make-believe hamster. Ever since I was a kid.
Heaven help us.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, brother, this is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. You know, Remus Helms refers me the strangest guest. I presume this guy came from Remus Helms. I don't know why he's here. He hasn't said much of anything yet. He's got pay stubs. He just thinks there could be something wrong with them, but he's been waiting 19 years. This sounds like one of these people that calls me on the phone. And by the way, if you call me at the office during normal business hours, chances are not tomorrow, but the rest of the week, you're actually going to talk to me. I've taken it upon myself to take over a large number of the incoming new client calls coming in to figure out what's going on with them. Our number at the office is 877-525-0700 for Real Employment Lawyer. 877-525-0700 if you've been the victim of a very strange pay abuse at work. The pay stubs don't make sense. You can't figure out if you've been paid right. I'd like to hear from you during normal business hours. That's Monday from about 9 o'clock to 6:30. 877-525-0700. This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC, and I hope our guest has something to say when we come back.
Salesman, where you going? Don't sell all of your goods today. Salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a consistent force in fighting for the rights of California employees. They've represented thousands of employees in cases in which they've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, discriminated against at work, or owed wages individually or as a group such as a class action. The Employment Lawyers Group has maintained a high win rate and a serious record before the California courts. Please call 877-525-0700 for an experienced work lawyer. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, research the firm at worklawyerca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. If you hire the Employment Lawyers Group, your legal problem becomes theirs to solve.
Wendy's has been showing everyone how to do fast food right for 50 years. And now they're showing them how 2 for $5s are done with Wendy's 2 for $5. It's the only one where you can get Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef and that Wendy's spicy chicken you crave. Pick 2 for $5. Choose between the juicy Dave Single, the tasty spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece crispy, or spicy nuggets. Come in today and taste how a real 2 for $5 is done. Only at Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Mom, I think this doll I found in the attic is cursed.
No, its eyes are just very lifelike.
Then why does its head keep spinning?
Be my friend forever.
Oh, that is scary.
You know what's really scary? Missing out on Geico's easy-to-use mobile app. You can manage your Geico policy whenever, wherever.
Let's play with another doll. Or we can just bury it deep in the ground.
Happy Geico-ween. Download the industry-leading Geico app today.
If you are behind on your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt or medical bills forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven. Call for your free forgiveness information now. 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. Not available in North Dakota.
I'd love to hear more. Do you have a card?
This is it. This is when you can either let something happen or make it happen with your professional custom card from Vistaprint. And we're now introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. You pick the look, the style, and the statement you want to make in the moment. Now's the time to make something happen for your business. So for a limited time only, you can own the now with free shipping on all business cards in any quantity at Vistaprint.com. Just use promo code 1000. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 1000.
No BS. Constitutionally guaranteed. AM 790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KABC. I don't know what the song is. This isn't the sexual harassment episode. We've got a guest here, and I guess the best way to describe him is, well, he isn't exactly spicy chicken. He's more like an idiot looking for car insurance in the attic because he's got too much debt and he needs his own business card. I mean, seriously, I think we'd be better off if, I did the rest of the show without him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I could talk about the face shield that's on the market, just in case you go to the beach. You might want to wear this. Here's a picture.
It looks like a piece of Tupperware.
It is.
Oh, you'd really stand out wearing a piece of Tupperware with clear plastic in the front and a cutout for your mouth. Like, hey, what about your nose?
You want to get your nose sunburned? We've got one of these for dogs, too. A lot of people don't realize dog noses get sunburned real bad. You don't want that to happen, do you?
You sell one of these devices for dogs, too?
Hey, here's the picture.
Dogs won't keep this on.
Why not? You gotta tie it right.
Well, this looks like a woman's scarf. Wait, there are two of these, maybe 3 scarves. They're fastened around and around this dog's nose. Could the dog breathe?
They're supposed to be able to.
Are you suggesting I buy one of these and test it out? If the dog can't breathe, well, I'll jump in and try my CPR on a canine.
Nobody ever said anything about that.
I'd rather look into some type of biodegradable suntan lotion for dogs' noses. I'm not going to cut off the circulation of the dog's nose with this contraption.
Are you sure about that? I can get you in on these 2019 models for 20% off. We're about ready to come out with the 2020 models.
Do those definitely, unequivocally ruin the dog's sense of smell forever?
Nobody said anything about that.
Can I see the picture?
I don't have none of them yet. Soon, though. We usually get a picture in February.
When do the Strangle Your Dog's Nose latest model years usually come out if you don't even get an artist's rendering until February?
By summer. Usually in October.
Well, then...
November.
This is the 2019 model. It's new?
To tell you the dog's honest truth, it's the same as the 2018 model. The 2017 model, too. The same as all the models going back to 2000.
Oh, is your employment problem that you're forced to work for this god-awful company selling always dangerous, sometimes fraudulent, and always useless merchandise?
That's not a problem. It's always that way when you're a salesman.
Well, real estate agents are salespeople, and they're very helpful in advising of value, neighborhood, resale, condition, things people don't usually know about.
That's different. They're licensed.
You're not licensed?
I got a firearms license, if that's what you mean.
I wasn't considering that. Why would a salesperson of a double-sided mushroom knife need a firearms license?
No pun intended, but some of the transactions get a little bit dicey.
How can the sale of a triple knotted scarf for your dog's nose be so dangerous that you gotta pack heat?
A lot of people get pretty emotional when it comes to their pets.
You carry a firearm mainly for the sales of scarves to prevent canine nostril sunburn?
That's just the basic stuff.
The sales to pet owners?
I got permission to carry a machine gun.
What?
Some of my sales get pretty dicey.
I'm not going to ask any more questions. Nothing you will say is going to be normal.
Is it supposed to be?
Were you referred to this show by Remus Helms?
Aren't all your guests?
Well, for a brief period of time, Fred Lyons, formerly of the LAUSD, the truant officer, referred a few people, but the ratings for those shows weren't on the Remus Helms level.
So, I am a salesman, so I carry a machine gun. What's so abnormal about that?
You're selling double-sided knives and scars for dogs' noses.
That's not all I sell. Haven't you read Death of a Salesman?
Is your name Willie? I fully expect you to tell me you're Willie Loman, and the whole play was modeled after your life. That's how it is on this show.
What kind of moron do you think I am? I am not a one-line salesman.
Do you sell anything more interesting than the products you've mentioned?
That's the thing. Can I refuse to sell a product my employer wants me to sell?
Well, are you an employee?
I do a lot of outside sales. I know I don't get overtime or nothing because I am outside sales, but I am an employee. I've got all those pay stubs where my employer takes all those taxes.
Oh, the taxes go to the government.
They do? I thought that's how my employer gets jets and websites and stuff like that.
Well, that's not usually how an employer gets airplanes and websites and maybe even toner.
Toner? I've got a product that will tone you in no time. I guarantee it. It's made out of recycled rubber bands from kids' braces. It's a very rigorous exercise.
Oh, I've already got a full gym. I'm pretty religious about using it. The way you live your life is the way you age.
Are you really 90?
94.
Wow. You look like you're 35.
Well, like I said, it's the way you live your life. I don't eat a lot of squid. I would if I wasn't allergic to soy sauce. I'm not saying, spray the squid with soy sauce and make it a dancing squid because it's still got muscles working. That's animal cruelty. It's just squid. I mean, squid is pretty plain.
I might have something to help you with just that.
I'm not going to outgrow that allergy.
No, dancing squid.
I'm sorry I brought that up. I never knew that's what a dancing squid sounds like.
That's just what we imagine it might sound like to a squid when they dance. Do you like it? I'll let you have this for $5.99.
You got more stuff like this? It's completely tacky.
You're into novelty toys. I never would have guessed.
Only if it's a dancing squid made out of rubber that gyrates to the Mexican hat dance cucaracha song.
I got a question about vacation pay.
Oh, finally, a reason for your appearance tonight.
I'm just wondering. I don't have any intentions of leaving my job or anything, but I just want to know.
Just want to know what? How I put up with the guests on this show?
Do they have to pay my vacation pay out if I leave? A few days always escape me each year, and they're adding up. I wake up and don't know where those days gone.
Well, they have to pay you. I wish I got vacation. That's the problem with being a business owner. You can't just abandon the business and go on vacation.
Maybe there's something you can do to make it feel like you're on vacation.
Please don't try to sell me Hulu girl figurines or a tiki bar. I don't even drink.
That stuff doesn't make you feel better. What I've got will.
There is a ban to show only on hawking any useless miracle potions.
This isn't some miracle drug. It's the real thing.
We don't sell illegal drugs on this show either.
She's not a drug.
She?
You don't go the other way, do you? With all those types on this show, well, maybe.
I'm really not interested in buying anything particularly from you.
This one's a real good deal. They say she's been recalled, but I wouldn't worry about that when you're getting it at less than half price.
Well, what is this? A speedboat that sinks? But only sometimes.
It's up to you whether you want to go fast or slow.
The Employment Lawyers Group already has a company boat. We used it for advertising and to beat the traffic.
She's not a boat. She's all the real proportions.
Are you trying to sell me a hooker? Are you a pimp too? Oh, brother, this is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, and it just keeps getting out of hand here. If it's out of hand at work and you need a lawyer, I really am a real workplace lawyer in California. 877-525-0700. Normal business hours. 877-525-0700 gets you a righteous labor lawyer. 877-525-0700. The only person that can script his show every week on Talk Radio 790 KABC through the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, which we will be back in just a moment.
Salesman, where you gonna go sell all of your goods today? Salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a results-oriented law firm whose goal is to get the client what they deserve. They've represented thousands of California employees who've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, subjected to employment discrimination, or were owed wages on an individualized or group basis, such as a class action. They have a high rate of success. There are few situations involving employment law that they have not confronted. At the forefront of employee rights, they're often the first employee law firm to confront a new legal issue. For an experienced employment lawyer, call 877-525-0700. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, read more about the firm at employeelawca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. Make your work problem theirs to solve.
AM790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KABC News Update. I'm Steve Cumming. President Trump and Governor Newsom are exchanging words over the president's threat to withhold funds to fight wildfires. Trump said on Twitter that Newsom is doing a poor job of managing the forests of California. He said no more when noting the state often asks for funds when fires rage across the state. Newsom fired back, saying Trump can't comment on the fires because he doesn't believe in climate change. McDonald's has fired CEO Steve Easterbrook over his relationship with an employee. The burger chain let him go after an investigation into the relationship with the unidentified employee. Easterbrook told employees in an email that he violated company policy, calling it a mistake. Easterbrook became chief executive in March 2015 as McDonald's struggled to boost sales nationwide. KABC SoCal weather, mostly clear this evening and tonight, except for areas of low clouds and fog after midnight and into the morning. Expect lows in the upper 40s to mid-50s. More news coming up in 30 minutes, continuing coverage at KABC.com. I'm Steve Cumming, Talk Radio 790 KABC News.
Is the government or your ex threatening your parental rights? Has your child been unjustly removed from your custody? Vincent Davis, attorney at law, has been keeping families together for over 30 years, and he's here to help you on the How to Fight CPS and Win show, Saturday nights at 8 on 790 KABC.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in all states, including New York. Offer not available in Washington. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Attention homeowners! Dreaming about that home improvement project? With a strong housing market, chances are your home's value has gone up. And with a 15-year fixed interest rate of just 2.75% with a 3.005% APR, a cash-out refinance from Cash Call Mortgage could lower your interest rate and give you the cash you need for those home improvements. At Cash Call Mortgage, we're a direct lender and we can close your refi in as fast as 20 days with no upfront deposit. If you qualify, we'll even pay your closing cost. Whether it's for home improvements, getting rid of debt, or just putting away extra money for that inevitable rainy day, Cash Call Mortgage could mean achieving two great financial moves with just one call. The cash you need now and a lower interest rate. For a free quote to see if you qualify, call Cash Call Mortgage at 800-594-1456. That's 800-594-1456. 800-594-1456.
He was the lawyer who took on a TV network and won a settlement for the actors in the series Bones. He also represented Sylvester Stallone and the Marvin Gaye family. He's in the middle of the entertainment scene, and he's our guest this weekend on Champions of Justice with Tom Girardi. Wait till you hear Neville Johnson. Tune in Champions of Justice, Saturday mornings at 11 and Sunday nights at 10, here on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
This week on Animal Radio.
Say, while you have your gloves on there, Doc, can you check Boog's teeth?
You do not brush his teeth.
Do you really expect your clients to put a toothbrush in their mouth?
Hal doesn't even brush his teeth every day. He's not gonna...
Grab your pet and join us for Animal Radio. Sunday evening at 6:30 on KABC. The proud home of Ben Shapiro. Weekdays, 3 to 6 a.m. 790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KABC, and I'm wondering if that commercial we heard for the loans, if you can even take out a loan on your house to buy a sex robot. What do you think, sir?
Here's what I got. Like I said, she's less than half price. They recalled her on account of...
On account of what?
Look, Gerber, I sell all sorts of things. Like I said, I ain't no one-act pony trick. I ain't no one-act pony. This one is special. I've used it too, and nothing's happened to me.
Is something supposed to happen to you when you use this mysterious half-price product because it got recalled?
Oh, yeah. The whole thing. It'll all happen for you.
Well, I hope so. It's been a pretty slow autumn. I mean, maybe things will pick up in the winter. There'll be some big verdicts and interesting settlements.
She'll pick you up all right.
Is this a hoist?
I never thought of her like that. You could put her on a hoist.
Well, I'd rather not and just save myself from this unnecessary purchase from a guy who sells double-sided mushroom knives.
Hey! My fingers stopped bleeding. I was getting worried for a while.
Okay, why don't you just go out to the car and bring in this half-price recalled product that will make it all happen, and I won't even have to wait until spring.
I'll do it right away, sir.
I just want to get rid of him. I mean, just because Remus Helms sends a guest onto the show doesn't mean I'm obligated to talk to the guest. Maybe we'd be better off if we open this show up to live callers. We'd be better off. They'd be better off calling me for an attorney-client privilege call during the week at 877-525-0700 who wants to discuss the fact on live radio that they were sexually harassed by a repulsive drunk who rubs Vaseline on his head. Yeah, I got cases like that. They're better off calling 877-525-0700 for a serious in-office phone conversation, 877-525-0700. If you don't want everyone listening, to know that your employer gypped you out of commissions or other wages.
I'm back. Hey, I heard that. You were doing a sales pitch while I was gone. Can I try?
Where's your product?
She's in the bathroom getting ready.
Huh?
Call the Employment Lawyers Group. They aren't a trick one pony. They aren't a one-trick biscuit horse trick. They aren't a one-trick biscuit horse.
Huh?
They do all that employment discrimination stuff and the wrongful termination too. 877-525-0700 for the best labor law firm in California. 877-525-0700. If you're too embarrassed to call another lawyer because, you're kind of off, you rub Vaseline on your bald head because you don't have the dough to buy an ever-growing Berber toupee that is actually nylon. Call 877-525-0700 to sue your employer and get the funds to buy an autumn mix ever-growing Berber toupee that is actually nylon in burnt orange, rich red, olive green, and pale yellow. Your headpiece will be the Thanksgiving sensation. Forget about a cornucopias or centerpiece on the table. Just take off your ever-growing Berber toupee that is actually nylon and put it on the table.
Oh, this guy here has some miracle product. Allegedly, he goes to his car to get it and claims she's in the bathroom getting ready. What a joke.
This ain't no joke. The best is yet to come.
We've been waiting here 4 long days and 7 hours.
14 minutes, Gerber. Calm down. She wants to look good for you.
Excuse me, miss? We're recording a very dull radio show in here. You can't just stroll in here.
Don't you recognize her?
No. Security!
She's the Cindy D sex robot.
She's the Cindy D sex robot. She's half Asian. Cindy D is a Danish-looking blonde with blue eyes.
She is? That's not what I heard her say on the rerun landline phone sex calls.
Figures. You're the kind of loser who listens to the rerun calls where she's having phone sex with another man. Ugh! Disgusting!
Wait. Maybe she's just Asian down there.
I've heard tell me.
They never should have recalled her. I ain't never had no problems.
Well, this is a used model? You used her? You're trying to sell me a recalled, used sex robot.
Hey, that's no way to talk about a woman. That's downright sex discrimination. Only being willing to date those virgins.
This is unsavory.
I could loan her out for a trial run. You just pay half, and if you like her, you'll pay the rest later. We've got financing, too. How's your credit? With the lowered interest rates, we're doing a 9.99% APR if you got a FICO score of 720 or higher. 114% otherwise.
Well, what if I don't like her?
I'll give you a full money-back guarantee. I'm sure somebody else will pick her up in a few days if you don't like her.
Well, first of all, I don't like her because Cindy D is my colleague on this show. Second of all, I don't support nor condone sex robots, let alone treating her like a common slut, passing her on to the next sucker if I miss a payment, or my credit isn't as good as you originally thought it was, and there's a repossession.
Or you just don't like her and you want a full money-back guarantee Bitcoin.
Look, it's really crowded in this little studio. I mean, that robot is all leaning over with her leg out on the table trying to be sexy.
I need some room to breathe.
Oh, me too. I mean, she's laying on this table and I'm stuck in this corner over here by the other microphone on the 12-inch wide sound panel wall.
Let me out of here before I get stuck.
Sales, you aren't going to do a thing like that in front of me, the sound engineer. I hope not. I don't want to see it.
I told you I ain't ever got stuck in her. It's this room. It's closing in on me.
Maybe he had too much miracle pill potion, whatever it is.
I can't move this chair. I'm pinned up against the wall. She's mauling me.
Big deal. Like you said, you've never got struck like all those men in the class action against the Helms Corporation who recalled her. Will only 1 or 2 opted into sharing their identities? I mean, who'd want to fess up to buying something like that?
Maybe it's my size. But right now she's got me pinned against this wall. She won't release me.
I'm not about to wrestle a sex robot.
Gerber, you gotta help me. She's going for my pants.
In that case, Police! I've got to stop this!
Help! She's backing away.
She's sitting down now.
How'd you know how to do that? I thought you'd go do a lemur lunge on her or something.
She's supposed to be a sex robot of the most famous English-speaking landline phone sex operator in the world. I just assumed that if she heard that thing from the payphone, she'd desist.
Man, this show is crazy. Remus Helms should have told me.
Well, now that we've established the show is crazy, can I go?
There's still a lot left of this show.
Then maybe you can go.
Nah, I sort of like it here now. Now that she's not pinning me.
This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC. You gotta stay tuned to find out what happens next over here.
Salesman, where you gonna go sell all of your goods today? Salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a consistent force in fighting for the rights of California employees. They've represented thousands of employees in cases in which they've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, discriminated against at work, or owed wages individually or as a group such as a class action. The Employment Lawyers Group has maintained a high win rate and a serious record before the California courts. Please call 877-525-0700 for an experienced work lawyer. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, research the firm at worklawyerca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. If you hire the Employment Lawyers Group, your legal problem becomes theirs to solve.
Are you ready for a podcast that tells the truth about America? The Dan Bongino Show.
These people, ladies and gentlemen, are at war with you.
Tackling the hottest political issues.
They are desperate to overturn an election where you voted.
The former Secret Service agent, NYPD officer, and New York Times best-selling author is ready to talk. But are you ready to listen? The Dan Bongino Show from the Westwood One Podcast Network, where the conversation starts. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Please join us November 9th in Riverside at the Successful Aging Expo hosted by the Press Enterprise. This event is not just for seniors, with a wide variety of exhibitors including medical, financial, insurance, legal, assisted living, fitness, associations, and more. There is something for everyone. Free health screenings and services are provided, along with several opportunities to win prizes throughout the day. Join us November 9th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Riverside Convention Center. Admission and parking are free. For more information, go to successfulagingexpo.com.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Jen London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. It's a free service, and we've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad. There's a place for answers, A Place for Mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-391-1755. That's 1-800-391-1755.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson paid for by the Sentinel Group. Attention military vets and current soldiers who served between 2002 to 2016. Have you or a loved one suffered hearing loss or tinnitus after serving or while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces? You may be entitled to compensation. 3M, the manufacturer of earplugs made for combat, recently paid the government $9.1 million to settle a False Claims Act case for knowingly selling these defective earplugs. If you or a loved one suffered hearing loss due to defective earplugs, call us now for a free case review. Call 800-590-4514. That's 800-590-4514.
The 6,600 watt megaphone of clear thinking. AM790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KBC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber, a real workplace lawyer, and this is a completely normal show where we've got a really weird salesman in here and a sex robot that almost killed him.
It's all a setup.
What? The microphone on the table, the sound engineer in the other room.
Even the carpet on the floor.
Well, it does lead to better sound quality.
It's all connected. We're all connected.
Well, thank you for making the listeners feel uncomfortable. Me too. I mean, I'm sitting across from you.
Can I talk straight with you?
Is that 90 degrees or 180?
You come on this station.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't recommend yelling in front of a recalled sex robot. There's no telling what might happen.
You're the devil. Sex robots, phone sex operators. This isn't a clean show.
Really? You expected to hear about employment law?
And last week, Cindy D's mother, some scientist, admitted she bioengineered a sex organ. She sells it to the Helms Corporation when it isn't even mounted in nothing. Her company figured those sex maniacs would use the parts even if they were plopped down on some concrete floor in a warehouse or who knows where else. A curio shelf. Along with Grandma's wedding china.
Well, I'm not responsible for the things that these whacked-out guests say or do.
This is a conspiracy. It runs deep.
Of course it does. Through the magna underneath, the Remus Helms Worldwide Distribution Center. All those fluids from the procreating sex robots.
JKF. JFK.
Oh, PJ.
It's all interconnected.
Remus Helms, too?
He even said it himself. He's the god of hellfire.
Was LBJ?
That Texan with false teeth. Hughes people handed him a bag of cash.
JFK? You're going to rag on him?
The mafia rigged the precincts for him in Chicago. Marilyn Monroe was his mole. She did a bad drug deal with Castro for JFK. Why do you think they got him?
Well, this is absurd.
I'll tell you what's absurd. You Democrats in the California gas tax. They're paying $2 and double nickels a gallon in Texas, and we're paying almost $5 a gallon. You know why.
California fuel is an island unto itself.
That too. But Governor Newsom is really JFK.
You've gone mad. I don't know what that fake, not very good copy of Cindy D, the recalled sex robot, did to you back there against the wall.
She pinned me against that masonite door. It's a murderer.
Charles Manson.
Boy, am I glad you brought him up. He's behind this, too. He rigged the 2016 elections so Hillary Clinton would win. And when it didn't work, the Democrats, they got inside the jail and poisoned him.
How did they do it?
They put poison on his guitar strings.
I'm not going to have any more of this. With you spreading all these rumors, maybe somebody will believe them on account this is a conservative talk radio station.
But what are you doing here?
I'm not really here. I mean, you might think I am. But you're just looking at a holographic image of what Bobby Kennedy would have looked like had he gotten elected.
I was kind of thinking that. Can I touch you?
No, and the Cindy D sex robot can't either.
I was going to ask if maybe your wife wanted to buy a holographic image of you. She could put it up on the mantelpiece, but on account of you being a holographic image, I guess she doesn't need another one.
Well, definitely not. I mean, I don't want to freak her out seeing doubles of the holographic image.
Since you're Bobby Kennedy, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. Actually, I've got a few questions.
Go right ahead. I'm here for the asking.
Right before the Hare Krishna got you, did you notice if they had any food in that kitchen?
Well, sure. They had all sorts of hollow donuts. I'm pretty sure there were microphones in them, and Spiro Agnew was listening.
Do you know if that guy, Sirhan, used to go singing and begging for money at the airports?
He was from Jordan. He wasn't a Hare Krishna.
He's the same person as that ISIS #1 guy they took out a couple days ago.
He's not?
I guess you'd know on account of you being Bobby Kennedy's hologram.
Well, have you ever met any ever holograms?
Oh, yeah, lots. It's pretty common in my line of work.
Sales?
Conspiracy theorist.
You've gone from selling from very bad merchandise to being a conspiracy theorist?
It's the same thing.
Oh, I see your point.
I've always been a conspiracy theorist. The pay just ain't that good, including the job opportunities.
Well, you've got to go with the line of work that pays the bills.
I was barely earning minimum wage working the conspiracy terrorist trade.
It's an hourly job?
Eventually, it gets real high paying. You get contracts and book deals and chicks.
A lot of women are turned on by that sort of a thing?
Usually. Yeah, but maybe not in my case. Even if I was big-time conspiracy theorist. There's a reason why I never got stuck in that Cindy D sex robot.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I would have expected you had a little miracle pill in your peddler's case to take care of that little problem.
It's little, but it's a big problem.
How little?
Remus Helms divided by 7.
2 inches? Oh my! No wonder why you became a conservative conspiracy theorist.
Hey now. Not all conservative theorists are shortchanged down there.
But you do admit it's more of a conservative conspiracy theorist problem than, say, an apolitical conspiracy theorist or even a liberal Democrat conspiracy theorist thinking everything would be better if we lived in a socialist world.
Yeah. Well...
Yeah?
Listen here. Let me ask you. This isn't the kind of thing they write about in Discovery magazine.
But it has been peripherally covered, correct?
It's mostly in the ads for all those enhancement products.
Well, what about the female political conspiracy theorists?
Mae Brussel comes to mind. She made her career on your brother John. She bought all 26 volumes of the Warren Report.
It says on the internet that she received an associate's degree from Berkeley. They don't give AAs. Probably some weird conspiracy we didn't know about, Connor One.
Demi Lovato believes in mermaids and aliens.
Well, don't we all?
I am pretty sure it's the government's doing. They dress up like aliens. And those old biddies in Congress tried to make you think they're mermaids, but they're really witches hunting fossils that look like Bigfoot.
Oh, the part about hunting fossils? I think you're right.
And all that ASMR whisper porn stuff, they aren't giving your brain orgasms. They're planting palm trees in your head so those coconut trees go bouncing around in your head. It's mind control.
You know, I'm glad that you have a plausible explanation for everything.
Thanks. You should be glad you're just a holographic image and they can't get in your head.
Sir, how is your mental health? Does your employer-sponsored medical insurance have a low copay for a visit to a licensed mental health care worker?
They're all part of the conspiracy. So is the insurance. Why do you think they want you to get insured? It's because Hillary Clinton is on the board of every major healthcare company.
She is?
There's a lot you don't know.
Well, I've been a holographic image for 51 years now. I mean, what do you expect?
Don't ask what your image can do for you. Ask what your image can do for a conspiracy theory.
My image? I mean, quite a bit. I look real, but I'm really just a holographic image of a dead presidential candidate.
How's this gonna end?
I'm real bad, I'm afraid. Look, actually, this does actually relate to employment law because a lot of people assume that everyone thinks and perceives things the same way they do. I mean, I guess a lot of people don't even talk about sex robots, let alone recalled ones. And, you know, they don't believe in spirited holographic images, but they think everyone does. And they come into the workplace, they come into court thinking everyone thinks like them, and they don't. And that's the reason why there are lawsuits. And that's the reason why you don't always win your case in court, because there's some people that really believe in mermaids and holographic images and a lot of conspiracies. So, yeah, I've been through thousands of employment cases. I've been doing this since 1993, and I'll make the people on the other side of the case sound as crazy as the guests on this show. If you hire me, you can call me at the office at 877-525-0700, 877-525-0700 for the lawyer, where they'll usually only put on a witness or two, and I'll make the company's witnesses sound like these guests, and the employer won't put on any more witnesses. They'll be done with their case. 877-525-0700. Next week, same time, same station, the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, Talk Radio 790 KABC.
This show furnished by Karl Gerber and Employment Lawyers.